What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rich Off Gains podcast, episode 9. It's your boy CB. Checking in with y'all. Happy Money Mondays. Hope everybody's doing well on this beautiful, beautiful beginning to the new year. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Wherever you're listening to this, whenever you're listening to this, if you guys are new, make sure to leave a bookmark on this audio to come back and hear more of my audiobooks. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more content. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and make sure to give you guys a disclaimer. This is not financial advice, so please make sure you guys are doing your own research before making a financial decision. With that being said, y'all, let's get right to it. If you have this one law of physics implemented into your way of thinking, it'll help you not only be more successful, but help you operate in a way of life a whole lot better than the way you are probably now. And that law is the law of entropy. What is the law of entropy? Well, it's a simple law of physics, and kudos to Myron Golden. He was giving a lesson on these three different laws. He broke down each different law, the law of inertia and the other two laws as well. But the last law was the law of entropy. And simply put, entropy is, and I'm going to read it from the textbook because that's the definition that I got. It's simply the state of lacking of order, gradually declining into disorder. In other words, it means anything you choose not to focus on will naturally decline. So for example, if you choose to get rich, you will naturally get richer. However, if you choose not to get rich, you'll naturally decline and you'll get broker and broker and broker and broker. And so it's a simple mind shift in the way of thinking about the things you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Because if you're doing this every single day, then essentially every day it'll continue to compound and gradually grow. And the days you choose not to do it, it'll continue to decline and that gradually go lower and lower and lower. And it applies to all assets and all facets of life. Not just investing, but also relationships. If you choose to work on a relationship and communicate with somebody every day, your communication with that person will continue to get better. If you choose not to communicate with a person every day, the communication in that relationship will deteriorate each day by day. If you continue to talk to God and read the Bible, you'll learn more knowledge and you'll be more informative and be more spiritually aligned with God and his intentions that he has set for you. But if you choose not to read the Bible, you choose not to pray to God or talk to God every day, the relationship with God will grow further and further away. Everything you choose not to do, in result, declines and deteriorates over time. The things you choose to not input energy into will simply go further and further away from wherever it is you want it to be. And it's such a powerful principle. And a lot of people overlook it because they think that they always have tomorrow, or that, there's always next time. There's never another time. There's no better time than now. There's no better time to take action and do something other than today. So you have to do it today and you have to do it well. And then the better you get at doing it sooner, the more results you get faster. And the more results you get faster, the sooner you get to the outcome. The sooner you get to the outcome, the sooner you get to the outcome that you made it. So your goal should be focusing on things that you don't want to decay. Focusing on the things that you want to increase and grow. So if you want to make more money, then you should be doing things that help you make more money. If you want to be richer, you should be doing things that will help you get richer. If you want to build a better relationship with God, you're going to do things that align with getting and growing your relationship with God. All these things are what you need to do in order to not decay the things that are important to you. So ask yourself, what are the things that you find important, and what can you do to grow and not lose what you're trying to grow? All right. Investment tip of the week. The investment tip of the week is quality over quantity. What does that mean? That applies to day trading. That applies to long-term investing. That applies to business. And I'm going to break down each example on how. Quality over quantity when it comes to day trading. When you're looking for quality day trades, all you need is one good day trade a day to make money, right? So you're looking for a quality trade. You're going to look for a good quality setup, a good quality structured position, and something that will help you get a good return whatever you determine quality as, for you to take one play and be done for the day. You're not going to be looking for 10 different plays trying to take scalp here, scalp here, scalp here, scalp here. Scalp is simply when you're peeling at something. You're trying to in and out, quick in and outs. You can do that. It's just more tedious compared to when you're doing you take a quality position. You'll know where you want to get in at and where you want to get out at. You have a better strategy. You have a better quality plan. It allows you to return more for your patience, because patience pays. I take quality plays, so I passed on many opportunities that have gone further than I intended them to go, simply due to the fact that I had the idea of it going there, but I was comfortable taking profits at a certain position where I was like, okay, cool. If it goes further, I'm okay with that. I don't mind missing out because I made my money for the day. Quality plays allow you to have that choice of whether or not you want to maximize on the play or, take a good gradual amount. Investing, long-term investing. When it comes to buying quality stocks, there's only so many stocks that are considered quality stocks because there's only so many spots that can be considered the top dogs, right? There are only so many companies that can be considered number one in their sector, and there are only so many companies that can compete with those companies. So you're not looking to buy 500 different companies. If you are, then I wish you best of luck. I can't say that that's a successful method. I don't do it personally. I'm teaching what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching what I'm doing, and I'm preaching what I'm teaching. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to buying long-term shares, you want to buy companies that are quality. You want to buy companies that are the top of their class and the cream of the crop. You don't want to buy a company that is not profiting, that's not cash flowing, that doesn't have any income, that's in debt, that has no positive treatment going around to give you some indication to buy it. You don't want to just buy something just to buy it. You want to buy it for a solid reason. The reason is because it's a quality stock. When it comes to businesses that focus on quality service tend to charge higher prices. So if you're a company that serves quality service, you're more than likely going to be able to charge more than the average competitor because of your service. Your service is top tier, your service is quality. You get recommended by so many different people and referred to from so many different customers because of your service. And it allows you to just get a lot more return on your investment when you put quality into your effort. Now, quality service and quality trades are not easy to come by. When it comes to day trading, like I said, patience pays. So it might take some time for you to find a quality trade. It might not happen in the first 30 minutes of the market open. It might take an hour to 2 hours. Sometimes it might not. You never know, but it's always knowing what to look for in order for you to get the return. When it comes to long-term investing, you're not going to buy at the all-time highs when everybody else is buying, or whenever there's fear of missing out and FOMO coming into the market, where you see something take off that you didn't intend to take off and you want it to come back lower. You might miss out on that opportunity. But if you miss out, it just wasn't meant to be. Compared to whenever you see a deep pullback on a value stock, on a really good quality growth stock that has a discounted price whenever the market crashes, that's a way better time for you to invest into that kind of stock, because now you've bought at a quality price for you to have the maximum opportunity for a return on your investment. And then same thing when it comes to business. You're giving quality service, but you're not getting quality customers at the beginning. It might take some time for you to build up your clientele, build up the reputation and the recognition in that industry to get the desired customer. And that might take some time. That will take some time. And so you won't get the initial return on your investment right then and there, but they do pay you way better returns on your time than scalp trading, buying shares of companies at random prices, and just giving mediocre service in your business. So quality over quantity will help you have a more valuable return on your time and your money than buying just anything at any price. So that's your investment tip of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's move on. What's going on, everybody? Just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys are new, make sure to leave a like, comment, and bookmark this audio or video wherever you're watching this. Also, if you guys want to learn more about day trading, make sure to check out my website. It's a free course on there at www.continuebelief.com. You can also find my books and all my social media platforms on there as well. Thank you guys once again. Let's get back to it. Energy has been in an uproar. What's going on? Let's talk about it. So, over the weekend, Trump and the U.S. have arrested and captured the Venezuelan president. And in the process of him being captured and brought back, Trump announced that he's planning to revive the energy sector in Venezuela. This end result has made companies like Chevron, which is currently up 6%, Marathon up 7%, and ExxonMobil up about 5%, all rally going into Monday. What are my thoughts? Me personally, I think that it's definitely something to keep an eye on. I personally believe that with this issue, because this is a bigger issue than just this is a geopolitical issue. So this is an issue with politics. And anytime politics get involved, it's a very touchy and tricky subject to mess with, because yes, the U.S. has done it, and we're not the only ones that's affected. Other countries are also affected as well, so they might have different things to say. We've had, different reports and headlines come out with China's president saying different things about Trump's decisions on arresting the president of Venezuela, and I'm sure other countries will come out here in the near future saying some things as well. So it definitely leaves a question mark here for whether or not this is a good decision, and will this impact the market? I mean, it already has impacted the market. Will it continue to impact the market is the real question. The answer to that is I simply just don't know. If it does, though, the companies that will be affected, in my opinion, are going to be the ones that I mentioned that already: Chevron, ExxonMobil, Marathon, and a few others as well. All of energy rallied this today, but those are the ones that rallied the most. So in my opinion, Chevron has the best positioning in this particular situation. It's currently at $163.85. My target price for Chevron, if it can pull back to about $134, I would say that is a load the boat price in my opinion. If it can't get there, however, the second area I would look to just take a position at would be around the 140 to 150 range. It has been consolidating in this zone for the last few months. So if we can break all-time highs around 190, we can definitely see higher. But those will be my levels to watch in regards to buying into the energy sector for a position to exposure for this particular news. Another thing I would also keep an eye out for is the precious metals like silver and gold. Silver and gold also rallied up today, closer to 4 to 5%. I believe gold was at 4 to 5% today, and silver was around the same. So I would definitely say keep an eye out for how the precious metals respond as well. That can be a safety net for a lot of people in this current condition of the economy. When it comes to inflation and geopolitical news, those are definitely things that can trigger precious metals to continue to rise and go up in value because of their demand continuing to increase. So I would definitely say keep an eye out for silver and gold as well. My target prices for silver and gold I mentioned in one of the last few episodes, so just go look back. I believe it was episode 7, whichever video I was talking about gold reaching new all-time highs. Those are my target prices. I would look to take those positions in for silver and gold. With that being said, though, I definitely think that it's interesting that you arrested the president arrested the president of Venezuela. It just, the audacity is like, wow, that's wild. And for him to announce that he's going to revamp or revive the energy sector for another country that you have no control over, it's pretty crazy to me. But I'm speaking out of negligence and ignorance as well, so let me do a little more research before I go too deep into that. Those are just my initial thoughts. I wasn't really too keen on the news and what was going on until today. I saw that energy was going up today, so I definitely need to do a little more research on it. That's just what I noticed in the market moving really well. Other than that, I definitely think that energy will continue to move up anyway. We already have AI, and energy is a big component of AI as is. So with them reviving the Venezuelan energy sector, that could help add value to what we're already doing in the U.S. and what energy is already doing in AI as is. So, it's definitely very interesting to see. And yeah, we'll keep an eye out for it. I mean, that's really all I got for that. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Rich Off Games Podcast, episode 9. It's your boy CB. Before we go, I just want to give thanks to God. I was reading over one of my favorite books in the Bible, which is Proverbs. And my favorite verse from Proverbs is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1 through 3. And it basically just talks about through all thy getting, get an understanding. So being wise in decision making and just being diligent enough to listen, learn, and understand when it comes to understanding new things in regards to investing, when it comes to understanding people's emotions, whatever it is you're trying to learn to understand. And then once you understand, you can move forward with the understanding of what a person's feelings are, what a good decision is from a bad decision, and things like that. So definitely want to give thanks to God and just continuously allowing me to learn and be wise in my decision making and understand the way of life and how things operate with the economy and just how money flows, where investments, what are good investments, what are bad investments, and things of that nature. So if you guys are new, once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to bookmark this audio, leave a like, leave a comment if you guys have any questions or thoughts. I want to know what you guys are thinking as well. And also check out my new website. Is now out, www.continuebelief.com. There you can find all my books. I got free courses on there teaching guys how to day trade for free. All you gotta do is just fill out a little form and your information and you'll be all set. So once again, www.continuebelief.com. And with that being said, I am out. I'll see you guys next Monday. Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace.